A strange creature with its mouth open. It seems to be some type of nutcracker. The scissors are so blunt that I'll only manage to tear some hairs out. The reindeer won't like that very much. And this is all that this spade and I leave over from the case. Not really the superlative in whetstones, but these scissors can't get any blunter. And how's that? It now cuts more than butter. What should I do with this drought victim? A failed and abandoned attempt to plant and raise a tomato plant, known to the biologist as Solanum lycopersicum. For others, love or paradise apple, a member of the nightshade family. Siberian gentian leek seems to be the only plant that flowers around here. That stuff stinks. It looks and smells like there's sulfur coming out of there. Easy there, boy. If I take the spoon, the hairs, and this thread, and Hey! It works! It will never be a masterpiece of contemporary art, but it will serve its purpose admirably. It will never be a masterpiece of resin at the bottom, water on top, and cup surrounding it all. The fireplace is already cold. If I paint the resin very carefully over the parchment pieces... It worked! 5 parts of the source of life, 2 parts of root of tears, 1 part blood of the night, 3 parts drops of intoxication, to be taken shortly before it unites with the wind. What effect it is supposed to have isn't noted, just as much as how to get each ingredient. The old man doesn't look very well. I'm not going to get any further on my own, and if he doesn't get his medicine soon... Old man, wake up. Is this the recipe for your medicine? It really does seem to be the recipe. The old guy wants me to prepare it in this vial. I'll have to hurry preparing his medicine. He's not going to hold out for much longer. Five parts from the source of life. Got it. Three parts. Drops of intoxication. What should I do with this drought victim? Siberian gentian leek. Seems to be the only plant that flowers around here. I know. They're under the protection of nature conservation laws. I'll be very careful. Ketchup is made of tomatoes. Tomatoes belong to the nightshade family. That could be the connection to the blood of the night reference. I'll try it. I could press out the gentian bulb with that, but then the juice would run all over the place. Well, that must be the right doses, depending, of course, on the bulb being meant as the root of tears.
No.
The old guy obviously doesn't want me to take the statue. I must have all of the ingredients together now. The recipe says something about taking it shortly before it unites with the wind. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Hopefully this witch's brew doesn't blow up in my face. I have no... Evaporate! That's it! Drink, old man. I hope that helps.
Thanks.
My pleasure. What happened?
A little difference of opinion with the guards.
Guards? From the research station?
Yes, Oh, it's not important.
Not so important. You nearly died.
But I'm alive. And you aren't just here to help me, are you? You have some questions.
Yes. How did you know?
Your eyes betray you. The eyes betray everyone. And your eyes, I know your eyes. They were here once a long time ago.
Me? I was most certainly not.
Yes, they were. But they weren't in the body of a young woman. You're the daughter of... What was his name again?
Vladimir Kalenkow? You know my father?
Yes, Vladimir was his name. He came to me back then like you are today, with the same eyes.
I need your help. If you knew my father, then you can also tell me what happened here all those years ago.
I'm only a shepherd. I've always been a shepherd, and I will remain a shepherd for the rest of my life.
But...
I know my place in life, and you should know yours too. Listen to the words of a simple man. My son didn't listen to me.
What do you mean?
You want to know what happened here almost 50 years ago, and what is happening here today. My son was also curious. He didn't want to listen to me. He found a strange piece of metal in the woods, and he asked questions. The wrong questions to the wrong people. I never saw him again. There are things that we are just not meant for. If we don't realize this...
Old man, your words may be very wise, but my father is in danger and I need your help.
I know. I can see it in your eyes. You really are just like your father. I also warned him, but he didn't want to listen to me either. He entered the cursed realm of the Ugdi, the evil thunderbirds that have been sent to cause endless sickness since the year of the great catastrophe. Your father ignored my warning, and his companion must have paid dearly for it. I know that I cannot stop you, so I will tell you where your father had his camp back then. Follow the northern path until you reach the swamps, and you will find what you are looking for. But always remember my words. Be careful in everything you do. Things happen here that no one can even begin to imagine.
The Evink was right. The atmosphere here is real strange. So unreal. Even if perhaps a good portion of superstition is involved, I have a strange feeling here. And then the story with the Thunderbirds and the endless sickness. Pull yourself together, Nina. You're just exhausted. There are no Thunderbirds, and any phenomenon, no matter how mysterious, can be explained rationally. Hopefully. That must be the site that the old man spoke of. My father started his expeditions from here. Maybe I'll find an explanation here of how the events of the past link with the kidnapping of my father. The small windows are absolutely filthy. I should probably watch out where I'm stepping. One false step could be my last one. 8mm film projector. Considering its age and the fact that it's not professionally handled here, it is not in bad condition. An old rag. A small metal pin. The button must have a purpose. But what? Nothing happens. There is nothing special to see, but then again, it is pitch black in there. A small bit of tinfoil. As an obedient little housewife, of course I know what my duties are. There, finished. Shall I make dinner now as well? There is obviously no more fuel in it. That would have been too good. It looks like a garden hose. Time has been gnawing away at it, but there don't seem to be any large cracks or holes in it. There is obviously no more fuel in it. If I remember correctly, then that thing has something to do with magnetism and producing electricity. I don't think that a diesel generator will run on petroleum, and there's hardly anything left in the lamp anyway. This has been plundered. Everything that can be taken off and carried is gone. There are only 2 small nuts here, and I am having them. Wow, what a monster! I have to ask, even if I'm talking to myself, how did that thing get here?